believe it's December already. Violet, would you mind doing roll call for us?
No, I would not. We have myself, Violet Plummer, Commissioner Strohmeyer, Commissioner Slotnick, Allison Franz, Chris Lounsbury, Emily Brock, Jason Emery, Jason Hauser, John Hart, Kelly McGuire, Kyla Leonard, Sarah Bell, Steve Nide, Leidy Wagner, Martin Kidston, and MCAT. Did I miss anybody? Okay.
All right, thanks, Violet. Any public comment on items not on today's agenda? All right, let's dive right into our action items today. Steve Nide, a request that we approve a utility easement for Blackfoot Communications.
Yes, commissioners, you encouraged me to squeeze the maximum amount of dollars out of Blackfoot for an easement across the southerly portion of our new gravel pit property. And they responded with a minimum width that they needed, which is 10 feet wide. And they are giving us a whole $2,003 for that. So I am just asking that you sign the easement document that was provided, and I will hand it to them, and they will presumably hand me a check.
Oh, is that as much as we can squeeze?
And follow up on that, is this number consistent with the value of other easements roughly this size that you know of, or does it have more to do with no one cares about crossing a gravel pit as opposed to someone's house or yard or a soccer field or something?
Well, no, actually it's based on the appraised value for the entire lot, scaled down to the acreage encumbered by the easement.
Square footage of the easement.
Yeah, there was no special consideration for it being just a gravel pit, so it'd be just like any other easement.
Okay, and this is what the math worked out to be with the value of the land and the square footage of the easement?
Yes, exactly.
Hence the $3.
Okay, so this additional squeezing might not deliver any more dollars.
Well, thanks for doing the math and making it happen.
Yeah, certainly.
All right,
Okay.
I would move that we approve the utility easement to Blackfoot Communications.
I will second that. Any public comment out there on this? Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
All right,
An
thank you,
easement it is.
commissioners.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Jason Hauser, an addendum to Shadow Asphalt's contract.
Yes, morning. So this is a request to approve the addendum for $10,500. The contract specified a certain amount of asphalt or concrete sidewalk to be removed. They, on their part, didn't verify footages on site. They ended up removing about 50% more sidewalk than intended. And this would be essentially only to cover the cost of materials that they're over on their mistake.
Oh, great. So they're not charging us for the labor.
Nope. This basically says that we asked them to remove roughly 4,200 square feet of sidewalk, 4,400 square feet of sidewalk. Excuse me. They ended up at the end of the day removing about 6,500 square feet of sidewalk, and this added cost would cover the cost of the concrete itself. That's it. This
Did that happen, Jason?
They did not do their due diligence on site, and they had some mismanagement. They didn't run their site the way they probably should have. I would say that this is sidewalk eventually that we probably would have had to do anyways, so it's kind of a win for us. By no means are we obligated financially to do this. This is a contractor that we've done a significant amount of work with in the past, and it's a good gesture. So
well, glad they're doing the right thing. So if I remember, was there something different about this replacement, some mesh or something such that the problems that occurred in the past won't occur in the future?
Yep. So we dug down roughly 18 inches to 2 feet, and We put down a geofabric, which separates the bedding for the sidewalk and the clay that's underneath. It separates it so we don't get that movement from the clay into the sidewalk. So yes, there's a fabric in there. There's crushed asphalt in there. There's crushed rock in there. We had a geotech company come out and design the bedding for the sidewalk, and then they tested, proof rolled everything. Yep. So.
Great.
Okay,
All right, well then, I would move that we approve and sign the addendum to Shadow Asphalt's contract for the expressway sidewalk, and I appreciate their integrity.
Yes.
yeah, I will second that. Any further discussion or comment on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you,
Thanks a
guys.
lot for seeing this through,
Thanks.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Yeah, these sidewalk discussions always are interesting because I have a sidewalk that's almost 100 years
Yeah,
old in front of
yeah.
my house. And it's somewhat ironic when these things go belly up in just a few years.
I totally agree with you, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris, we have a PSA with A&E Design for work on the Missoula County Elections Complex.
Yes, good morning, commissioners. So this is a bit of cleanup contract for us. When we were going through the documents for the work done at the election center, we noticed that we had signed our standard AIA, so our architectural contract related to the redevelopment that we've done on the election center building, which was the old storage and warehouse piece, as well as the election office. But what we did not have in place was a professional services agreement with A&E. And so normally we have those two contracts at the same time. And for whatever reason in our process this last time, we missed that one step. And so this is to clean that up and have both the professional services agreement in place, as well as the AIA in place for Missoula County for that work at the elections complex.
Has A&E changed their name? They used to be known as A&E Architects.
Yeah, now it's
A&E Design is the RCA here, correct?
I believe the RCA is correct, yes. And
Okay.
I don't know that it changed. I think they've just expanded their name to
Yeah.
Congratulations on their rebranding.
so.
All right, we're all for cleaning things up. So with that, I would move that the board approve and sign the PSA with A&E Design.
I will second that. Further discussion or public comment out there on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Emily Brock, closing documents.
This is exciting.
Hi, these are the closing documents for the sale of lots 1 through 6 in the Technology District. The land will be sold to Shadowcast Partners for about $1.5 million. Funds after the title insurance and half of the closing costs of fees will be paid to the county in direct deposit. We've been working with Michelle and Andrew on that. So this is Shadowcast that originally was going to build a production studio, but the state legislature didn't expand the tax credits like they anticipated. So they actually found another end user that distributes electronic freight trucks, and they are going to be a pass-through to that final user. So our buy-sell is with Shadowcast, and that's for lots 1 through 6. Lots 8 through 12 are still in a buy-sell agreement with Shadowcast until January 22nd.
This is a great plot twist after the legislature made their, and the governor made their bad decision in terms of the film industry and our greater economy. It seemed like this deal may fall through. So well done to Shadowcast for coming up with a new plan, and thanks for shepherding this along.
Yes.
Can you describe a bit about this end user, or are they?
Well, to be honest, I have not talked to the end user. The buy-sell does not say that they can't do this, and the end user is Jackson Peterbilt, which does freight. They're going to sell trucks for freight out of this lot, but they're electronic trucks, and there's also going to be a electronic charging station. So the body to decide if that's eligible for the tech district is the CAPS department. And so, I'm not the regulatory arm of the county.
I
Even
just
though
when
pretend
you
to
hear
be.
the words electronic truck said out loud, that we don't have much say in this. It is wonderful to see the end user be consistent with our values generally.
Yes.
A positive turn.
So is it already, is the proposal, or the proposed end users' use of the property already been reviewed by CAPS and determined to be in alignment with the requirements for the tech district, or is that yet to come?
I believe they've received preliminary approval, but that is not final approval, no. They've done their due diligence and they're, Shadowcast is going to sell this to them, but final approvals don't come through until they own the land.
Okay, fair enough.
And once again, this is $1.5 million. Is that right?
Yes.
Great.
Okay,
All right. Thank you so much, Emily.
thanks.
If the motion's approved, it's for the chair to sign. And so the title company is going to be here at the end of your admin meeting, and I'll run up with them, Dave, and have you sign the documents. It's got to be ink.
Something tells me that the end of the admin meeting is forthcoming very soon.
Well, it'll be at 10:50. They're going to be here.
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Well, in the name of haste and without delay, I would move that the board authorize the chair to sign the closing documents.
I will second that motion. Any further discussion, public comment, questions from the media?
Yeah, Martin, this might be an interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, this is great. Congratulations on that. Emily, I'm just curious if Shadowcast has indicated to you in any way what they may want to do with the remaining lots, or if they're going to continue to pursue an opportunity there as well.
They are looking still for I believe they're still looking for an end user. They have not brought anyone forward as potential.
Does the Missoula Current need a new world headquarters?
Ah, yes. Are you shopping for real estate, Mark?
Yeah, we're taking over one day at a time. Thanks.
Okay.
I think I made the motion.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's vote.
Let's go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll see you at 10:50, Emily. All right, Kelly McGuire, signature page and memorandum of understanding with Inner Roads for the Missoula County Juvenile Delinquency Prevention Program application to the Montana Board of Crime Control.
Yes, good morning, commissioners. These are two documents required for that grant application. The grant is for $450,000 over 3 years. The documents are the signature page denoting our compliance with the grant's special assurances and conditions, and the memorandum. Inner Roads is a local nonprofit that provides wilderness therapy to at-risk and justice-involved youth. Wilderness therapy is classified as a residential treatment program, and they require family members to participate in therapy as part of that process. So we are applying for these funds, anticipating that they will help reduce the number of Missoula County and Mineral County youth entering the justice system, helping to ensure that those youth are successful and healthy members of our society. The grant would mostly fund Inner Roads doing the work. It would pay for a small portion of my time to administer the grant, but they're doing the implementation. And we've added Mineral County in the service area because the grant has a priority area to serve rural communities, and they're a partner with us on other grants and have a pretty big need as well. So I'd be happy to answer any questions about that grant application.
In my previous life, I worked with Inner Roads a bit and I'm well familiar with them. One of the things I remember that really made them stand out from other organizations that did wilderness therapy was their focus on kids who didn't have a lot of resources. Is that still continuing with this?
Yeah, I have been really impressed with Inner Roads. I actually, the Board of Crime Control approached Missoula County to apply because it requires a local government applicant. So Inner Roads couldn't apply on their own. And so we chose to do that because of it provides such a great benefit to the community. But they're one of the only wilderness therapy programs in the nation that works to, make their therapy services affordable. And they are really good at working with these youth. It's been really awesome to work with them.
My interaction with them years ago was super positive, and they were much more nascent and early on in their arc of becoming an established organization. This is wonderful to see, and even back then we really appreciated their work with kids who could greatly benefit from the experience but didn't have the resources to buy it on the open market, where typically wilderness therapy is for, say, upper middle class in the socioeconomic realm, and costs a lot of money and is evidence-based and proven to be really successful. So I'm glad we can be part of it.
Have we secured funding for them in the past?
The Community Justice Department has not. I don't think any other county department has worked with them in the past.
This is a great kind of pioneering effort, I think.
And so the funding source here, how competitive is this, and what's your sense of the likelihood of getting awarded the grant?
Yeah, that was part of our decision-making process. The Board of Crime Control had an opportunity released previously that nobody applied for. So this is the second time they're putting this grant announcement out, and part of why they approached us. And so to my knowledge, the only other applicant I know of is Big Brothers Big Sisters in Yellowstone County, and they must be partnering with the county. So I think there's an extremely high likelihood that we'd be awarded.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's great. Yeah,
good work seeing this along.
Let no grant go unapplied.
Yeah, no, this is a great program, and really can help people, especially folks who are on the edge.
Great.
All right, with that, I would move that the board authorize the chair to sign the signature page and memorandum of understanding with Interroads.
Second that. Any further discussion, public comment, questions from the media?
This is another juicy one, Martin.
This is a good one. Should we get it? Okay, let's go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think
Okay.
Martin might need some wilderness therapy.
I think so. Perhaps based out of the new property at the tech park that they are acquiring.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the Missoula Economic Partnership with us?
Good morning.
Morning. So we have a letter here requesting a 1-year extension and additional funding related to ATG.
Yep. So this is just, like you just said, requesting another year on their current Big Sky Trust Fund grant, and also providing funding for an additional 70 jobs over the next year. Their current grant expires in February.
My goodness. Did they need any property? They're gonna have to put those 70 people somewhere.
Technology is in their name.
Tech is in their name.
I know.
Wonderful.
Okay, so
We're good on them for continuing to hire people from Missoula County.
Yeah, they've been a great partner in this program. We're excited to extend their grant.
yeah, any questions from anyone out there? Martin? Anyone else from the media? Oh, Martin,
Hey,
he's going up. There we go. Martin
Yeah, I can't pass up on the opportunity. Hey, Leedy, is it Leedy?
It's Lighty.
Lighty, nice to meet you. Yeah, so this is the third extension this week, and I'm just wondering, is this like due to the pandemic and the slowdown in last year, or is it just, are they having trouble finding employees, or they just generally need more time for all three of these?
Yeah, I think that COVID has created some hiring issues for most companies trying to hire right now. The reason why we've had so many this week is just that the deadline to submit the requests is tomorrow.
There you go.
So we're just trying to get them all squared away. They do ask for those extension requests with the quarterly grant application timeline. And for Cognizant, we know that they did hire an additional 20 folks in October, and they do have another cohort for their AIM program starting in January. So we just anticipate that they'll be able to continue hiring over the next year. And they did receive their current grant on a 1-year cycle. So if they're going to continue hiring and the state approves continuing the current grant, then we don't have to go through the process of applying all over again for them. So it's just kind of the process that I'm still learning as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, that will come around to us to sign. So thanks, Leidy.
Great, thank you.
Is there anything else from anyone out there that we need to deal with right now? Okay, we do have a public meeting this afternoon, rumor has it, so come back for more of those festivities if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll be done for the day. Thank you.
Thanks.